Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Angie.
And together we are TwinFinity.
We're twin flames in union who've been sharing our journey to union through a series of videos. This is now video number 37, and it's titled The Love and Challenges After Union.
Okay, first of all, where are we? We are on the edge of the Spray Lakes Reservoir. That's a chain of 4 lakes that used to be naturally 4 lakes, but we've managed to put in some dams to make them bigger and a lot more usable and everything else like that. We're going to do a quick tour. The tour is going to be actually a little hard to do because we are actually nestled in a little alcove of trees just to have a little bit of protection. Today is not a perfect weather day. Oh, ran into a tree. Not a perfect weather day. We may not even get completely through where we want to on this video because of pending rainstorms. But we're going to do what we can. We had other objectives, and someday we will get there. Of course, now
There's
the wind.
our wind.
There's our wind. It just picked up.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So we're going to protect this.
Put a little bit of wind protection on the edge of our computer.
Rock. We collect rocks just for the computer.
That's right.
So, we kind of rushed through the end of last video. I kind of panic when I start seeing that we're past an hour. So I'm like, oh my God, we gotta end. And some of you were like, well, that was a little anticlimactic. Like, what happens when you moved in together? So we're going to backtrack a bit and just recap a little bit about what we didn't share last time.
We wanted to do those details.
Yeah.
But, okay, we got to the point of union. Now we're going to backtrack a couple of days and do the slow version.
Yes.
Okay.
But first you're going to do our recap.
Recap. Last video. In February of 2015, Angie was still being guided to put energy into her house to manifest her and I living there. Things got challenging with Angie's karmic partner, and he said he wasn't going to give up the house. Though Angie was kept told by spirit. All right, let's try that. Though Angie kept being told by spirit, okay, that works, that she was not moving, she was ready to surrender to her karmic partner just to have peace. Angie and I didn't know how things were going to turn out and when we would be moving in together. And so much was up in the air. In the midst of all this, I was still packing at my old residence and putting stuff into storage and tearing apart my train set.
Yeah, which
was more than half of my packing.
Yeah.
Angie's karmic went through a 180-degree shift due to all the love and energy work Angie had been sending him. He surrendered the house, okay, thanks wind, to her, saying that spirit said it was very important for her to live there. Things started happening very quickly, and much to our surprise, I moved in with Angie on March 2nd, 2015, even though I had been planning on spending a few months on my own living with some other people to cool down between relationships.
We had no idea it was going to happen the way it did. It all just started unfolding, and it was like this path just before us was like, okay, here it is. So it was quite amazing how it all happened. Now, before we get into this week's story, just wanted to mention again, for those of you that may not know, we are doing a workshop in Banff, Alberta, Canada. That's just outside of Calgary where we live. We're doing this in October. I think the dates, I forget already, 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
There's a long weekend in there somewhere.
Yes, the Monday is a long weekend, and on that day we're going to do a tour of the Rockies. So for anybody that wants to spend a little more time and actually get to see some of the mountain areas, Rob is a super expert on his mountains, and he's going to take us and show us some of the beauty out where we live.
I'll have to do some brushing up on my super experting.
No, you already got it. You're already there. Just also a heads up. There is a lot of people interested. We've already gotten a lot of expressed interest. And for those of you that are interested but haven't booked yet, just a heads up, we are already over half booked. So certainly no pressure. If it resonates and you want to join us, great. But I just wanted to give you a little warning that it is booking fairly quickly.
And each video that we do here, we're just going to be letting you know.
Yeah.
If we're 2/3 booked or 3/4 booked or 13/16 booked.
We'll keep you updated.
or 30 seconds booked. That would still be 15/16.
Or if there's like 2 spots left and we're like, okay, email us before you book a spot so you make sure you get one. We'll keep you posted.
Okay. So
No.
anyway, we've lost whatever little sunshine we had. We already drove through a little bit of
Yeah.
rain getting here. So I think it's time for us to get started.
Hopefully we don't get rained on. Now I also just wanted to add, for those of you in our last video that
There's
were like,
more?
yeah, there's always more,
Oh.
that asked, how did you send love? Like, how do you do that? There's many ways to do that, but I'm going to show you one of the ways I do it. I brought my little rock heart. There we go. We'll put it in between us. My heart-shaped rose quartz. I don't always use this, but sometimes I just put it in my hands and I just think love. And I just will even surround the person. So in the last bit of our story, it was Regan that I was sending love to. So I would just imagine his soul, his, the essence of his being in my hand, and I would just send love. Just think loving thoughts. There's many ways. It's all intention, really. It's just putting your intention into what you want. So that's a simple way.
It's all for the world, very much like just a small manifestation.
Yeah.
Passing energy through spirit.
Yeah. Okay, so backtracking a little bit, we're going to talk about back in February 28th of 2015. This was just days before Rob moved in with me. My karmic had moved out the day before on February 27th. And so I text Rob and I said, "Oh my God, I'm so excited. This is so amazing. We are truly us. You, me, together in our house. Finally. Many miracles have brought us to this, and I believe we will see many more in our journey together as TFs. The moments of wowness," there's one of my favorite words.
Wowness.
We make up words. "Have just begun for us, my love. I love you. Thank you so much for believing in us enough to come back, to try again, and allow us to have a second chance. We are amazing, and we will be amazing together. Mwah." One of our fun things to text.
Now, at this point, I wasn't 100% sure that I was going to be moving in the very near future, but it was in the high 90s. I was living in the basement of a friend's house temporarily, and I had pretty much all but told the other people I was going to be moving in with that, no, I won't be showing up. But I still hadn't 100% committed into moving in yet, but it was going to be happening.
Yeah.
I responded, "Isn't it true that the amazingness," there's one of my words, "the amazingness of us being back together is nearly beyond words to describe. We have done what few others would ever do. Go through an incredibly sad breakup and then still have the ability to get back together nearly 2 decades later. This is not anything less than a soul plan, with a TF bond to cement it into destiny." Oh, me again.
You again.
"Thank you for everything you have done for us. I am quite humbled that you have gone to hell and back for us." Is that a bleep? That's not a bleep. "You've gone to hell and back for us.
Everything.
We have made a brave but wonderful choice in choosing each other. Recognizing our bond felt odd for me at first, but now I am a total believer in TF now. I may possibly never be able to thank you enough for being brave enough to ask me to listen to your TF story." I called it your TF story, but it ended up being ours. It totally was.
Yeah.
"Who knew it would become our story and lead to us? This fast and this sure. See you soon. Love, Rob."
Okay, so this is now March 1. This is the day before move-in. I said, "Good morning, my love. Excited!" And I put that in big bold letters.
With lots of I's and T's and E's and A's.
Yes. "I've been realizing that we have some laughs to celebrate as we march into our future together. Yesterday was our last meeting in vehicles, because that's where we met. It was either in vehicles or a Tim Hortons or a Starbucks. And I said, tonight will be our last good night by text. Tonight is our last sleep without each other. Tomorrow will be our last good morning by text. Today is the last day I will spend without you. That's a lot of wonderfulness to celebrate. Oh my God, I'm so beyond excited. I love you so much, and I look forward to sharing the rest of my life with you in our love and amazing, awesome TFness. Many, many big hugs to you."
And wow. Oh, gosh, yeah. That was way early in the morning too.
Yeah, that was
6:19 in the morning.
I was excited.
Somebody was awake.
It was.
Well, good morning. I slept okay. We had a TF moment this morning. Your good morning text was nearly at exactly my... Really? I'm going to say that? No, I'm not saying that. La la la.
You pre-read it. we were. By the way, we didn't do a video last week because we were in Toronto, which is also in Canada, and we prepared this while we were on the airplane. And you read that. So
I read that.
Okay,
it's
you
in brackets. I'm not reading that. I crawled back into bed at 6:17. Of course, of course, she sent this at 6:19, so that was our TF moment. You would have been typing. Tomorrow night, my dear. Oh my God, oh my God. I can't hold back the excitement. More later. Probably from Brecky. I've got my breakup announcement with my karmic 2 to my parents in mind. Yes, my mom was actually quite sick at this time. We were going to St. Albert, just outside of Edmonton, 3.5 hours north of us. We were going there every weekend.
Well, no, this is not yet because we haven't moved in yet.
I was going there.
You were going there. They didn't know about me yet.
Yeah, they didn't know about you.
Yeah.
Not we.
Yeah.
Me.
Got to backtrack on the story just a little.
I'm having a rough start to our video. Oh, and more of me. What else can I mess up next? How did I ever deserve the chance to get back with you? Creator can be kind sometimes.
God.
We could have traveled as twin flames, life after life, and not crossed paths.
Which we had many times.
But here we are, in this lifetime, meeting and recognizing who we are. I might come to a new residence, but you and I are coming home. To a new home. To each other.
Yes.
Flip,
Angie.
Flip,
See,
flip,
we got a new system. No
we
more
got a
tabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this is now March 2nd. Move-in day.
This is a long good morning. This
is.
Really
good
long
morning. Try to say that many times. It's today, the day, our day. It's here. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Obviously, I've made up my mind. I'm moving in.
Obviously.
Okay.
Yeah. Last good morning text. We are now running out of lasts and about to start firsts. So exciting. What's also very cool is I just woke with the 80s song. Okay, get ready. Nothing's going to stop us now. What a great way to wake up. Reassurance from Spirit that we are on course. That's how I take it anyways. Oh my God. Tonight we are officially us. Wow, times too many to write, LOL. I love you, my love, my husband, my eternal mate, my twin flame. Welcome to my life and welcome to us. Aw, it's so sappy.
Good morning. Yes, the day is here. Totally agreed. I welcome you to my life as well. I have never felt so good, so confident, so happy about the start of a new phase of life. This is our life, my TF. A life like neither one of us has had before. Well, maybe we had. Maybe not. Just a few more hours. I love you. Oh. Well, my girl, I officially cannot contain myself this morning. I'm so excited. Welcome to the day we have been waiting for. Who knew almost 18 years ago that we would come to this day of being together? Yes. Very cool. Lots of smiley faces.
Yes. By the way, neither of us is really awake. I kind of look like hell today because I'm just so tired, and clearly you're not really awake either. So we're just not awake.
2 days ago, Calgary set a record all-time recorded high temperature, and I didn't know it would still be under 100 Fahrenheit. We went to 36.5 degrees Celsius, which would be roughly 96 degrees Fahrenheit. And that was a really, really hot day for us, obviously, because it was a record high for Calgary. Not just for the day, but for recorded history. And now it is chilly enough that sitting here in shorts, it's almost a little bit cold, but that's Alberta.
So our brains are frozen? Is that what you're saying?
We're tired from the heat, and now brains are a little frozen from the cold again. Today is only about maybe 50 degrees Fahrenheit. We're dealing with about 15 degrees Celsius. It's cool out here in comparison to a couple of days ago.
Crazy weather.
Who sleeps?
Okay, I said, oh my God, it's really today. I go through waves of oh my Godness. Sadly, though, I feel exhausted today. Hey, isn't that funny?
We are.
We're exhausted now, too. Sadly, today, I feel exhausted, so I hope I can keep up with you without totally crashing tonight. It's tonight, though. Our day has come, and we get to keep our house. That one still hasn't even fully sunk in. Wow, I love you. So if you remember from our last story, we didn't even know we would be keeping the house. It all just shifted last minute.
So this is now 4:55 in the afternoon.
Yeah, you're
It's getting almost leaving work.
Yeah.
I said we are here. I am calm on the outside, a bit on the in a bit of shock on the inside, but so happy either way. My confidence and commitment is sky high. I am ready for the most exciting adventure of my life. I am ready for us.
Us and adventures.
And then the next text, we do this when we're driving towards each other. We'll just send a quick text of which intersection of the city we're going through so that we can pace where we are kind of sometimes. And the next text was me texting that I was at an intersection.
Yeah, it was Rocky View, then it was Richmond, then it was near.
Then it was near. Yeah, near means look out the window. I'm close.
Yes. So, of course, we don't have any more texts because he came over and we were together for the rest of the night.
So now it's the day after. So that's kind of anticlimactic
well, yeah,
too.
People wanted to know what happened the night of.
Well, okay.
How much do you want to share?
We walked in and then we spent a little while on the carpet together. That's all I'm going to say. You can use your own imagination. And then we continued. Then we continued on with our evening and got another tour of the house. She is now blushing. You would have. Okay, 10 minutes ago I didn't want to share something. And right now I just shared that. Good enough. I hope you're all happy.
One person of you watching on YouTube asked, like, well, what happened? So I just shared, like, to her, but I didn't know we were going to tell everybody. But that's funny. That's good. Might as well. I mean,
okay.
Really, this is what happened. I mean,
we wouldn't be the first ones. Thank you very much.
Like, what else you gonna do? You gotta christen the new house. Well, it's not new house, but
christening. That's what we call that. Oh.
I'm not talking.
Time on the carpet together became christening. Well,
I'm gonna read now.
We're gonna read now. This is next morning.
I don't know if I can read now.
And by the way, I think we actually slept very well that night. We were exhausted.
No, we were.
Yeah, I think that was one of those nights where you just crashed face down into a pillow, and thankfully we didn't suffocate and woke up like 7-8 hours later.
But it was weird to sleep together. Like, I mean, to be in the same bed.
It kind of was, but
just amazing too.
It wasn't completely foreign. It wasn't like complete strangers at all because we weren't.
No. And we had already had our Edmonton trip, our one night in Edmonton. So we had like a little bit of practice.
Practice? Okay, practice.
For sleeping, I mean.
Okay.
Okay, let's get off this topic before I blush completely. Okay, next day.
Next.
Oh my God, I feel sad already for missing you. I sent this at 7:13 in the morning.
I'd already gone to work. Our new life of me waking up at 5:15 and still driving to work at 6 o'clock, just getting started.
Yep. I said, is that pathetic? I've just had the longest amount of time with you, and still I miss you. Oh boy. Thank you for an amazing night and morning, my love. Okay, we're not saying any more than that. I so am happy you are here in our home as us. I love you.
I said, hi, at desk now. In other words, at work. Vibrating a bit. Happy for sure. Feeling awesome. Looking forward to coming home again tonight. And I mean just coming home, okay? Love you.
Now we're going to be like giddy little kids. Oh, Lord.
Well, we kind of were.
I know.
We were just so full of energy, we couldn't just vent that energy like absolutely complete mature adults.
No.
This was excitement.
It's monumental when you're in union with your twin flame. Oh, my God. Like, it's just
there's
surreal.
No place to put all that energy.
No. And I said, I'm not at all having a WTF, what is happening kind of moment, or an oh my God, I can't believe this is real. It actually just feels really natural to me. Like you belong here and have been here forever in a sense. It's a wonderful feeling. I love you. I just didn't do the moi because,
Yeah, there's lots of moi.
There are.
Moi. Okay.
Yeah. We'll just skip
Now,
some of those.
now I'm starting to celebrate some normalcy, even though it's only been a day. I said, got my first mail from our new post office box. My new checks are in. Changing my car insurance. Direct withdrawal information's now all changed over. Life's a changing.
See, like real life still ensues.
There's still all sorts of that. There's still addresses to change,
Yeah.
and places to inform, and readdressing to do, and
Yeah.
post forwarding. Already said good morning. Yay. 2 days into being us, and I would have not have believed that I would be feeling this good, this natural, exactly where I am at with you. Actually, I said I belong exactly where I am at with you. Everything was starting to just instantly start to feel more natural.
Yes. And I said, oh, I love you. Yes, you fit perfectly, like you've been in my life forever. I love how natural you and we feel. What a joy, treat, and blessing to wake up with you. I'm so happy to have you, my love. Big kiss. Oh my God, I'm having a huge love you moment. I'm so happy. Thank you for your love. I love how you love me.
I said, thank you. I would say the pleasure is all mine, but it's all ours. LOL. Love you.
Now, just to comment, when I was saying you fit perfectly like you've been here forever, it was amazing how natural it was to live together. I mean, we had never lived together. Even when we were together, well, now, 21 years ago, we lived in the same apartment building, but we never lived together. We still cooked separately. We, did our laundry separately. But this was so easy. It was like literally living with yourself in a lot of ways because we're so similar that even simple things like how we put the apples in the fridge or how we wrap the cheese.
And we had discussed things like the usual things.
Loading the
dishwasher. Who's going to do the laundry? And I eventually did get to the point where I did need a little bit of toilet seat training. But, it's just most things we were in 3/4, if not complete agreement right off the bat.
Yep. Yeah, it was just so easy to live together. There were some challenges, which is part of what this video is about. That's why it's called The Love and the Challenges.
Okay, now we're to March 5th. And it's early in the morning again. Good morning, my love. I'm so tired, but so happy. I'm keeping you.
Aww. Thanks for keeping me. Yeah, we were tired because we were tired even before we moved in together, and then we were tired afterwards because all we would do is talk and spend our time together.
And talk and sit and expand on life.
And something that I didn't write down or to share, but just as like a spontaneous thing, it was so, the magnetic draw that you have to your twin flame. Oh my God, having that when we lived together, it was so hard to like not even just touch each other. Like I remember in the mornings he'd be getting dressed to go to work and I couldn't not have a hand on him somewhere. Yeah. It was just like the magnet. We used to tease each other about that. The magnet's strong this morning.
Yes.
It was so hard to like even, have him go off to work and then I'd have to go to work. And then it was like, oh my God. And the minute you're back together, we were like glued together for the rest of the night. We would be like old times because we didn't have a lot of furniture between us. It was like we were newlyweds. It was funny.
Oh, yeah, there wasn't much.
Because our karmics got most of the stuff, right? So we would lay on the floor, like where my dining room table used to be in the area, and we'd just lay on the floor and snuggle for hours.
Yeah.
And it was just like old times when we used to lay on your floor.
And we didn't have a kitchen table either, so yeah, we'd make her supper and then we would go sit in the middle of the living room on the floor, put our plates down on the carpet, and have supper.
It was so fun. We totally felt like newlyweds, when you have nothing.
When I moved out of my old place, away from my karmic too, I moved into all my stuff fit in a 10-foot by 10-foot storage room that had about 7 feet of height. So I didn't have a lot of stuff. It's not like I had 4 couches or anything like that. Yeah.
So it was interesting times. Such good memories, though. I said, yay, I'm very happy to be kept. As for good morning, yes, it was a good morning indeed. I love waking up next to you. Now to find a way to get some sleep so we aren't so tired, lol. We'll get there. I love you too, my most cherished TF. Oh, okay, and then I wrote, I made a note, it was bliss, and now the challenges start.
No, something changes. Not with us.
No. So this was the first text that I just read was at 8:25 in the morning. This next one was at 10:17. Now the job I used to have, I used to work part-time at like an actual other job and then part-time from home. So I happened to be home when this all happened. So I said, so get this, Regan is here picking up the patio table and chairs I told you about. No call, no text, just helping himself. Wow. Okay, and then you text me.
Okay, so now...
It's gonna start getting ugly.
Yes. I don't know if I can do this first take, but I'm going to try. This is tense for me. So Regan comes here. I'm at work. So Regan comes here and yells and talks loudly and puts me down and describes how I stole Angie from him and all these other things that would go on. He was yelling all over my place of work, attempting to embarrass me, totally probably embarrassing himself, but he couldn't feel that. There was people looking around the corners and staring down the halls. He was making a very, very large scene about how I had ruined his life and stole Angie from him. And it was right out of Hollywood. A couple of people had to walk him out the door, and I could hear him yelling all the way till he got outside the building. Yeah, things were going sideways. People were getting upset.
And this was only March 5th. So
March still
3 days into
3 days later,
union.
all of a sudden, yeah. Do we want to describe what we think happened?
Well, I think we mention it in here.
Okay,
if
so
not,
anyway,
we will describe it.
Yeah, he had lost his mind that day. I want to reiterate right now that he is not a bad person, but you know, people who are upset and in distress occasionally do things that the rest of us wouldn't think are completely rational.
Triggers.
He is, I want to say again, he's not a bad person.
No.
But this was a bad day for him.
Yeah. So I was like, holy bleep, I'm so sorry. I just got off the phone with Marie. If you remember, Marie was the friend that I first told all about Twin Flames. And so she kind of knew our whole path.
Yeah.
So I was saying, I got off the phone with Marie because he called her and yelled at her too. Are you okay? Oh my God, my love, I'm so sorry. Now, the reason he had called her is because if you remember when Rob and I went to Edmonton while he was visiting his parents, just after we had both broken up with our people and we are now officially single and able to be together, we did spend the weekend in Edmonton together, but I lied to Regan and told him I was going to Edmonton with my friend Marie. So of course now he's found out the truth and he's calling my friend going, I can't believe like even you were in on this. How dare you lie? So it just all went kind of ugly.
And I said, I have had more visitors asking me what the bleep that visit was all about. I guess I deserved it. He was not completely inaccurate, but the embarrassment is only somewhat bad as half the place I work in is in shock. My personal reputation, who knows? I guess it was entertaining professionally for some of them. He had so much to say. He was there filling his boots for at least 2 minutes. Everyone heard. Poor Marie. Hopefully she is as strong as I am. I'm close to the shakes, but not quite. Overall, I'll live. There's some more of the shakes.
Are back. Speaking of which, I'm shaking, but it's more cold than freaked out.
I will reenact the outburst for you tonight. Love and big hug, Rob.
Okay.
Unfortunately for you folks, I'm not going to reenact the outburst. It's just not. It's just not worthy. No. It's.
And I said, oh my God, my love, I'm so sorry. He's totally out of control. Sent me a bunch of texts threatening all sorts of things, including doing the same attack at my job. I hope things are okay at your work. I think what may have caused it is him being here at the house and seeing your stuff. The patio chairs were under the deck, so he would have seen your stuff through the windows.
I had already started to move some stuff around in the basement, and all of a sudden, we think that he looked in through the window as he was moving around some of the patio stuff and saw new stuff in the basement.
I also understand now, years later, that I believe he talked to the neighbors, and the neighbors shared some stuff too. And it sent him over the deep edge. Now, to be fair to him, you can imagine from his perspective, he moves out and 3 days later, another man's moving in.
Wow.
Like, can you imagine how much that would hurt him and trigger him? He must have thought our whole relationship, our 6 years together, was a complete lie, and that I didn't love him, I didn't care. So, looking back now, I have so much compassion for the man. I mean, that would be hard for anybody to deal with. You've just left your house that you're like all of a sudden going, I can't even believe I surrendered this house. What the hell, frame of mind was I in? And now all of a sudden there's another man living there too?
Yeah. Someone who he knows had been in the corner of your life for many, many years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he must have felt like some form of witchcraft had happened to him, that he that he was going to stay, and then he changed his mind, move out, and then 3 days later, somebody else is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge hurt.
I have no idea how he was actually supposed to handle that a whole lot different other than blowing up and having something to say.
Yeah. So, I mean, looking back, we certainly have compassion.
Yes, we do. I was all paranoid by now. I thought he was going to be just all over everything. So I texted, he will probably visit your place of work. You had better have a sit down with key people there to warn them. He got nervous as a crowd started to develop here, but he still stopped at a few offices on his way out and personally told each finance guy what had happened. Oh.
Yeah.
From his point of view.
So I said, I think he'll calm down and eventually just fade away. You see, I've not reacted to any of his antics or of trying to hurt me. Instead, I show him kindness. So he's got to go further and try and hurt me. I hope he thinks he's won now. And I hope he thinks he's the one in control. Now it starts getting really ugly. Oh, Lord.
I said, no, this is another twist. He has just texted me. What the bleep? How? This guy never had my phone number. All of a sudden, he's texting me. I was confused. I was all of a sudden upset. I didn't know how that had happened.
Yep. And I said, oh, bleep. Are you kidding me? I said, because our phones were linked, he has all of my contacts. Lovely.
Yeah,
just lovely.
Those two had linked phones through the same plan.
Yeah. If you remember from a couple of videos ago, that's how he GPS'd me, right? Was through our phones.
Because they were linked. So now we figured out that he also had access to all the contacts.
Yes. So now you can imagine I'm freaking out about Rob, and I'm going like, is this man going to just leave my life? Because he's barely walked in it, and then now it's already kind of chaotic. So I said, oh, my dear, I'm so sorry.
I said, I'm getting by. How are you? By the way, you and I are 100% okay. I love you. Biggest hug ever, Rob.
I can imagine I needed that reassurance.
So after all of this chaotic blow up and everything else, I felt it was very necessary just to let Angie know that we were okay.
Yeah. And I said, shaking terribly, contacting everyone on my phone he may go after just to warn them. This is out of hand, Rob. This man has lost it and I feel scared. What is he texting you? I love you too and thank you.
I said that he warned me that we are both cheaters and that you are a liar and that he is straight as an arrow.
So this is where we don't necessarily recommend going into union the way we did it.
Yeah.
With lies and deception and
sneaky little plans that we didn't really build, but they came together and we just took advantage of them with absolutely no caring or compassion for how others might interpret it. And it felt, looking back at it, it was It was a fair bit selfish, but we didn't think it through how others would interpret it.
No, I mean, we were so in the process of like twin flames and what is this and trying to figure it out. And of course, back then we were still figuring this whole twin flame thing out ourselves. So we weren't going to go and tell our karmics. So we didn't really know any other way than to be sneaking around.
And everything seemed to just be such a gift. This would work, and then that would work, and then this would work. And we're going, just take the gifts as they come. Oh, wow, we can move in together. Great.
Yeah. But the thing is, we are on a path as twin flames of love, truth, honesty, respect, all of those things. So if you're going to come into union with lies, deception,
and bugs,
that's an interesting bug,
and bugs,
it's going to come to fruition at some point. All of those lies, all of the deception is going to come out. Lies cannot be hidden anymore on this path. And we were starting to discover that. And it just gets worse and worse in our scenario. The more lies we told, the more they exploded. And it kept exploding. Yeah, so you said we were warning us that we were cheaters.
Yeah, and I said, is your day stabilizing yet?
And I said, I just picked up my phone to put in my purse when your text came in. In other words, TF moment. Tried to meditate to calm myself down. It didn't work. Can't focus on work, so I'm going to meet my accountant to pick up more work. And then I have a Reiki appointment. Hope that helps. You? How are you doing? So we're totally concerned for each other.
I said, getting by, can't focus.
Our whole worlds have just completely blown up, and it gets worse, and we didn't know yet.
So we've got all this stress that has happened just to get together, and then now everything is starting to blow up around us.
And I said, I just realized something. Your contact info in my phone has your home phone number too, because that's where you first called me from 2 years ago. That's when we were just starting to have contact.
Just want to throw a little comment here. My home phone was now the phone where my karmic 2 is living.
Yes. She's still living there.
She's still living there with that phone number.
So I said, he may not even bother with it because he thinks you live alone. Oh, wait, because that's the lie I had told him.
Yeah.
See? Another lie. And now he's found out Rob doesn't live alone. Rob lives with me. More lies. Don't do well. Where was I?
Yeah.
Yeah, he may not even bother because he thinks you live alone, but it's something you should be aware of just in case. My mind is racing with all the things he could do, all the things he could be thinking, doing, planning to hurt you and hurt me. Don't want to stress you any further on this, but want you to be aware so you don't get caught with any other bombs, because we kind of had enough. So then, where are we? There's you.
Okay. I said, I've contacted the phone company. I need to get that phone number disconnected. That old home phone number will go dead within 24 hours.
This is where divine timing, not so divine. I'm going to skip that, I think.
Okay. Maybe we'll just throw in a little bit. We were very, very concerned. We were also upset. We also felt like that his reaction was a lot too much over the top. So we did contact the authorities just to let them know that we may have a situation. Yeah.
Okay, that's you again.
This
is all very sensitive, so we're trying to, we respect other people, and
we don't want to blow it up too much. I said, okay, things are tense but not extreme. What is our next plan? What should we do? I was confused. I just didn't know what to do next. She knew him more than I do. Do we go out for supper tonight and talk it out, or do we meet at home and pretend all is well? I'm just looking for your thoughts. You are my resident expert.
I said, LOL, I need to just calm down and find center. Maybe eat, as I haven't even had breakfast. We'll talk through the day and decide what's next. Just got out of the meeting with my supervisor at work, and she's super supportive. She's been through a similar situation. So I just need to stop the shakes and calm down, and then I can make wise decisions rather than reactive ones. I love you and thank you for your support. I'm so glad your house phone is dealt with.
Yes, we were still having the shakes, just so nervous and so scared and so tired and so exhausted.
It's hard to believe this is real.
Okay, guess what happened, folks? The phone company wasn't fast enough. Regan boomed me with my karmic. He got a hold of her. All of a sudden, I got this text. It said, "Fickle you," but that was a, what's that called? Spell correct?
Yeah, autocorrect or whatever they are on the phone.
You can imagine the text was supposed to be bleep you, not fickle.
Yeah. Yeah, am I reading that? I said,
Yep.
"Oh, great, lovely. Just bleeping lovely. I am so sorry. Didn't get your call at lunch meeting. Oh, God, how are you? How did he get to her since you canceled the phone? Bleep. Oh, God, I'm so sorry." Like, I just feel like I've just blown up this poor man's life.
Yep. Yeah, I could imagine from Angie's point of view. She introduces me to twin flame stuff. I blow up my portions of my life, move in with her, and now everything is blowing up around me.
Everything.
Now, at this point, can I say something? Or
Yeah.
Okay, go
I'm
ahead.
going to be explaining a little more, but if you want to.
No, I think I'll wait till after you're done reading.
Okay. I said, "Bleep, I just made it worse. Saw your name calling me, so I answered. It's her."
It's my karmic too calling her.
And I said I hung up as soon as she said who she was, but now she has total confirmation. World is blown big time. Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Bleep.
Hello, are you just busy? Are you okay? I'm worried that I've not heard from you. Are you okay? Talk to me. Are you mad at me with all of this? I know it's a mess and I'm sorry. So you can imagine now I'm like, okay, he's gone. Like we've just gotten to union and he's already like, I'm out.
Oh.
Yeah, now you're gonna explain.
Now I got to explain what I'm doing here. I was not really in touch with a lot of my friends, my family, or anything else, but my karmic could get in touch with everybody, just about anybody who was important to me. And I love my friends. I'm very close and very dear to them. And now I strongly knew that my karmic too was going to
boom all your friends?
Gonna boom all my friends.
There's our boom word.
So here I've sent a text to one of the very, very key people in my life who I have been telling a much watered down version of what is really going on. I wasn't planning on letting them know that I was already together with Angie, but now a whole lot of truth was going to be coming out on my side. Things that I've said from before would not be credible. So I said to my friend, texted to my friend, I have completed and erased this text at least 4 times now. If I've sent it, I stand by it. I desperately want to comment, clarify, come clean, etc. I can't. I'm not going to, by text, until I am starting to heal from the damages that I've inflicted on my life. I must wait until I can face myself and others in proper perspective. And also until I understand a bit better what has really happened. I need to get past the next few days so that I can have to say some truths, face others, including yourself, build a future in a healthy way. I can't do that today. Too much internal turmoil. Maybe tomorrow. Hopefully in just a few days, I'll be able to thank you for your texting. I will apologize and explain stuff when I can find the way and means to do it honestly. Rob. So I've been painting a gentle picture for others when in fact there'd been lots of turmoil going on, and now I was in trouble with everybody.
Yeah, because none of our friends knew. Well, a few of my friends knew, but none of your friends knew because they were all couple friends.
They were all couple friends, people who my karmic and I had hung out with together many, many times. My best golfing people, my best socializing people. We'd play games in the winter evenings, like on a Saturday evening. We'd sit down to whatever game was the game of the night and chat and socialize. And now everybody in my life couldn't necessarily believe everything that I said because I hadn't exactly told them exactly what was going on. I hadn't warned them that my life was going to blow up. I hadn't warned them how.
And you didn't really want to because you didn't want to tell them and then them tell your karmic.
So I was scared of that.
Yeah.
It was a mess.
And it's not like we lied to be horrible, deceptive people. It wasn't our intention. We were lying to protect people. But this is the thing. Lies come out. If you can't tell the truth in thinking you're protecting someone, it's going to come out at some point. So it's easier to just tell the truth.
We're using the word lie because that's basically how it came across. A half-truth might feel good, but a half-truth, if it isn't, well, being completely truthful, it's a lie. And a half-truth is not the complete truth. So half-truths don't cut it, and they didn't cut it.
No.
And this is a life lesson that I learned. I can't explain how rough it felt to have everybody in my life looking at me going, what just happened?
And who are you?
And who are you?
Yep.
They no longer trust who I am.
Yep. Yeah, you shatter 20-year friendships going
Yep.
all sorts of question marks. It's you again, but
it's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're responding to my text. So
there had been some other text along the way. I said, work okay. Had a couple of rough patches. No one severely pissed off here, and I guess personally. That's a switch. Good work on your behalf. I might just let you continue as I organize stuff tonight, letting her continue on with stuff that she'd been doing. All good. We should review all texts that Regan has had for access to damaging statements. We now realize, too, that it wasn't just contacts. He had potential
texts
to all the texts that we had for weeks or months ahead.
Yeah.
That had happened all the way up. All of our comments, all about what was going on, Twin Flame stuff, plans, moments at Tim Hortons or Starbucks together.
Which for me, I was like, it actually wouldn't be that bad if they had our text because then they'd know the truth, right?
They would know the truth, and our truth was not horrible.
No.
The fact that we were visiting each other at public places would be a good thing because then at least it would dispel some fears and thoughts or rumors about visits in some not so public places, which didn't happen.
And I think we actually get into that a little further too. Oh, yes.
Oh, me again. Yes, here we go. I'm going to check for counselor coverage on my med plan at work. I've gone far too far to risk helping from all this. To risk recovering from this without help. Even if it's just a little bit. I love you. I felt like I was now a bit out of control and I was going to need some professional help to get through this. Maybe help on how to proceed forward with people in my life. I had been through professional counseling before and I wanted it again right now.
Yeah. Well, and you were very devastated at losing your friends. Your friends are like your cherished people in your life.
Yes. Very, very much.
Yeah. And I said, oh, my love, so many hugs to you. That's a good idea. I would also suggest an appointment with my Reiki lady if you're comfortable with it. Energy work is effective at clearing things in a deeper level than just talk therapy. Just a suggestion. What has you the most stressed and too far gone, as you say? The Regan rant at work, your karmic finding out, friends finding out, or a combo of all, or other? In other words, there's so much chaos going on. What was it that had you the most stressed?
I'm just consumed a bit too much by worry. I usually let stuff go. Like today's workload. I was going through a real tough workload time too. Like it's not as if everything couldn't go bad at the same time.
No, it was all chaos, all at once.
But I'm lost in a world where not having answers is something I can't let go of. I need time for these answers to come clear. Even then, I should not trust my own ability to internally recover. This has all been a lot.
Yep.
Oh, me again, sorry.
Yeah, you keep passing it back to me. It's you.
We will talk more. It's not that I'm feeling weak. It's just that I want to recover better. I want to be a better friend to my friends. I want to be a better husband to my wife-to-be.
Aww, that
That-
was nice.
That's all. Love, Rob.
It's you again. Oh no, it's actually me. Never
I
mind.
thought this was one there. You gotta say
Get
something.
back to mine.
Not just all me blowing up and crashing and burning and flames and destruction. Just flames and destruction. I guess it was twin flames.
Yes, there was. I said, "Aw, what an amazing person you are. I love you, my husband to be."
I think I had gone back to my old place to move a
Yes.
bit more stuff.
Yes, you
And
still
I
have more
said,
stuff there.
my karmic confronted me. Can't text results. Wants me to seriously understand that you are just using me.
Yeah.
Details later. I'm shaking, but okay. Her ties to Regan are supposedly by phone. Locks at my old place that she's still living in are now changed. I need a lawyer to allow house sale. She says my friends are all but gone.
And I said, bleep. Oh, great. Bad news on lawyer and friends. By the way, hug to help with the shakes.
Oh, I said, running way late. My karmic and I shared a crying hug. Regan shared details of his visit to my place of work with her. She's afraid of us being murdered.
So even
Oh,
though she was upset at you
She-
and just found out this whole lie about me and his life, she actually still had compassion
Yes.
and concern for you.
she did. She had heard the story as per what he had described, what Regan had described, and she realized that that was completely out of control. Oh, she said that she needs a lawyer to secure funds split agreement between her and I so she can buy a new place as well. This is
Chaos.
all crazy, just complete craziness.
And it's kind of surreal actually to read some of this stuff and just like go, this was truly our life. Like
This-
we really lived through this. It
This-
sounds like some soap opera.
It sounds like some bad dream that we had. Yeah, oh man, I had a dream that your karmic contacted my karmic. Ha ha. No,
No.
it
not
happened. And they're now together comparing notes.
real. Yep. I said, wow, even with her angry at you, you and her still shared a hug and cried?
Yes,
That's
we
good
did.
news. Means she doesn't hate you.
Well, okay.
It's actually me for once.
Oh,
I know,
okay.
I
I'll
finally
take
get
a
to say
break.
something.
I get to take a break.
I had an aha moment. I don't know if your karmic and mine have done any reading on TF stuff, but I suspect this also adds to the stress and thus desire to pull us apart because it's hard for them to accept the deep love bond that we have. Of course it would be. They feel less than because they weren't the be-all and end-all people in our lives. That's a tough blow to the ego and the heart. So I will offer them compassion instead of judgment. They are hurting and thus coping in ways they must in order to survive. They must attack us to avoid feeling their own hurt. So, you know, I'm
Very
having
true.
some understanding for what they're going through and being able to see things from their perspective, you know? I like that.
I said, together we stand, divided we fall.
And then below.
I'm feeling much more grounded as my morning has progressed. I've just had a missing you moment. I'm looking quite forward to coming home tonight. Love you lots, girl. That never changes. Mwah. Smiley
It was
faces.
so nice to have the reassurance because I'm just freaked out that he's gone.
Well, you know, I've had a whole lot, and I could be just going, wait a minute, this too much. Gonna jump in my vehicle and just drive forever. Never come back to any of this. Start out a new life in Timbuktu.
And I said, "Oh, I love you too, my love. And I love that coming home means here, to me, to us. Yay. Happy you're feeling better. Now all we need is some good sleep and we'll all be well. Snuggle."
And I was just imagining this, so I texted it. tonight, after work, I'm going to come home, put down all my stuff, and pick you up off the ground and give you a big hug and kiss. Love you.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Can't it be time to come home now, LOL? I look forward to a big hug and a big kiss. Okay, so I wrote a note and I said, this is your first counseling appointment. Oh yes,
Yes.
you actually wrote that.
Yeah, I'm in a hurry to get to my counseling appointment, though. I said, first counseling appointment is tonight at 6. Oh, very happy to start.
Yay for you! My only fear is the counselor will say, what the hell are you doing? Leaving one relationship and going straight to another. But I guess we'll deal with that when it comes up. Happy for you. You're an incredible person to recognize you need and want help. I love you. So here's, just again, like people think once you get to union, life is perfect, you're perfect, you have no more problems, nothing more to heal. Our story, and there are many stories, ours is not the only one, of often, in my opinion, and from not just my opinion, but my experience of being connected with others that are in union, is that when you get to union, it's not all bliss, it's not all perfect. Not that we're trying to scare you and say, God, you don't want union. I mean, it's wonderful, don't get me wrong, but there are challenges. And we're going to talk in a little while why there are still challenges.
I said my karmics lawyer has recommended that she and I not only agree to a house split, but also do a full financial evaluations of things like investments, retirement savings plans, and things like that. This means possibly digging out financial records, which are packed away in storage. Really? I have time for this? Apparently I do. Quote, and I love quoting famous people. If you're going through hell, keep going. Winston Churchill.
Now, what I love about that, it just shows our personalities. We're the kind of people, when you're going through challenges, you just keep going. You're not going to, why wallow in it, right? It's not going to get you anywhere.
You don't quit halfway up a mountain.
No.
You just keep going, one foot in front of the other.
Even though you're mean, you're whining and bitching all the way up. I'm sorry, I bleeped. Or I said a bleep.
It's okay. This is hell.
I said, I've not heard of the Winston Churchill quote, but I do know it as a country song. If you're going through hell, keep on moving. Face that fire, walk right through it. Don't slow down. You might get out before the devil knows you're there. I actually text him some of the lyrics of the song. Good song. Message true. Yes, no way out but through, which is totally true of this whole path as twin flames. There's no way out but through. Sad that lawyers had to be pulled in your case. That's when the drama really ensues. Let's hope your case is different. Smooth, easy, and peaceful. Are we having fun yet? Ugh. On my end, shocked that I've not heard from Regan yet. I shake every time a text comes in. Sure, I'll hear from him at some point. Oh, one more page and then we're into the next text batch. I got a numb leg.
Okay, this is hard to say. I said a whole bunch of words in weird order.
Yeah, you did.
Very much an insane karmic free day. We had a very cordial chat. Very friendly. So in other words, I was expecting an insane person and I didn't get that.
Yeah, she was very kind to you.
Yes. Probably still worried that we were going to get murdered.
Oh, wow. How nice for you. That's a plus. Regan is still trying so hard to get a reaction out of me. I think it's killing him to know that I've not blocked him, thus am getting his text but not reacting. In other words, and this was like a lesson for me and a practice for me, is to not react. And, this is a very twin flamey thing too, right? To not be drug into drama and chaos and be triggered, to stay centered no matter what. And I was really having to practice that. And it was working because I was not reacting. So I said, LOL, song on the radio right now. The Going Through Hell song I just mentioned yesterday. It's not even a current song, so it's kind of funny that it's on after we just talked about it yesterday.
Yep.
Love you.
That happens lots.
Yeah, it does. You're on the other side here.
Actually, I'm over here. I'm not on the other side of that piece of paper.
We have to like flip
Oh,
with our...
this is
Yeah,
difficult.
it's tricky because we got a paper
You got a big,
clip.
big bundle of paper here.
Yeah, it's a whole new batch.
She just texted, I love you. And I said, I love you too, girl. Thank you for being a huge part of my life again.
Aw, that's nice.
I also said, I'm in the waiting room of the lawyer's office. Ah, nerves.
So you go from the counselor to the lawyer, and this is union.
And also, just had a conversation with 3 guys here at work. They complimented me for having the courage to break away from a weak relationship to be with a woman that I really wanted. Love you, Rob. In other words, other people, as much as they had heard and seen a bunch of stuff, I wasn't telling them much more, but there was a few people that were congratulating me for having the strength in my life to do what I was doing. Little did they know how hard other bits were being.
Yeah, they didn't know the whole story.
Oh.
And for you, I
Yeah.
said, LOL TF moment. I'm talking with 3 girls right now at work about getting married in Banff, and was just about to text you and say, hey, let's get married in Banff. LOL. Love you too.
And I said, so did you girls get us all married off? Do I have to dust off my suit?
So you can imagine, even between all the chaos, we were able, come on.
Computer's...
Oh, that's bad. I hate it when it does that. There we go. That means we've hit an hour, which is...
We just hit an hour, yep.
Which is okay, because we're almost done.
I said, by the way, as long as you don't set a date for any time in the next 6 months, all good, LOL. I'm not going to be holding back much on stating that I have you in my life now, but do not hold back on my account, but be as careful as you need for your sake. I love you. So in other words, I was saying, hey, go ahead, you can talk about marriage all you want, but be careful for your sake.
Then you wrote that.
P.S. My wife to be.
So even though we have all this chaos going on, we're still planning on getting married.
Yep.
And I said, I think we've had enough on our plate for a while without planning a wedding. So no worries, my love. How about July 25th, 2017?
How about July 25th, 1917? Here we are going through chaos, and she's already
our wedding date.
She just picked our wedding date.
Which is when we actually got married.
We really did get married then.
So I suggested our wedding date on March 18th, 2015, and then 2 years and a bit later, that's when we got married. 20 years from the day we met. That's lots of time, LOL. Okay, enough wedding talk. I do this to scare you, but I think I just scared me. I was freaking myself out talking about marriage.
I said, don't scare yourself, but we can be scared together, to be fair.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, my love, for a wonderful night of love and a great morning of bonding talks. I love you. With each day we are together, I feel more connected to you and love you more. Thank you for being who you are, and thank you for being such a wonderful light in my life. So it's nice that we can still share love despite massive challenges.
Oh, now another portion of my life kicks back into gear.
Yeah, because, we don't have enough challenges going on in our lives at that point.
I said, my dad called. My mom has been admitted to hospital this morning. Apparently nothing serious, but hospital is never a good sign for someone sick with my mom's circumstances. She was going downhill with terminal cancer.
Yeah. And I said, oh my God, yikes, hug.
And I said, oh, I must have gone, that's right. I'd gone to Edmonton this weekend, so I was texting you from Edmonton area.
Of course, I didn't go because the parents don't know about me
No, not yet. I said, well, the doc sent my mom home with Dad and I. She is to rest up and prepare for a heart stress test sometime next week. Home is going to be a good place for her. Dad knows I live with you now. Mom, maybe not yet. Told Dad the story, Reader's Digest version. So here I am, I'm letting Dad know that things have changed in my life. You're the last to know. Of course, okay, great.
Luckily, they were very kind and supportive.
Yes, my dad really was.
I said, oh good, glad she's back at home. How's she doing? Tired, I would imagine. It's really good that you went to see them this weekend, I think. Interesting that you told your dad about us. Kind of thought you might, since you and he would have alone time to chat. It'll be interesting to hear more on that story.
Oh. I said, oh, committed to visiting again on April 11th and 12th. Warned my dad that you could be along for that trip. Let both of them know, that I have been invited to Easter with your family. My poor parents. Dad got a real story. Mom, not so much detail. So yeah, I guess I just opened up and poured everything out to my dad. And I told him everything.
Yeah. So I wrote on the side here, more Regan challenges. I can't even remember what this is, but we'll see. I feel sad to completely close a door on anyone. Oh, yes, so there was more challenges, and this is how I was, wanting to deal with it. Because it's not who I am. I'm still in touch with previous relationships. It makes me sad to have to close the door on Regan, but it's his actions that have caused it. I still feel sad, though, because I try to remember people as the soul being they are, past the human. Thus still maintain contact, knowing they just played a role in my soul growth. So I was, trying so hard to remember him as the soul he is, the friend soul that he is, and that we had agreed on all of this, and that I was part of this. I wasn't victim to any of it, but the challenges were just too much that I was like, okay, I don't know if I can keep doing this as much as I want to.
I said, yes, sad about Regan, but it's an extreme situation. I would still prefer forgiveness, though.
Yeah. Having a big I love you moment. I love those. Just thinking of before we were us and how happy it is to be us again.
Oh, mushy moment.
Yeah.
I love you too, my wife. Was just thinking about that. Kind of a TF moment we just had. Sent you a huge energy thought about 15 minutes ago. Are we starting to communicate this way? Ugh. This is when I first started to notice that
Sending energy works.
Sending energy works. I would think of her, she would text right away. She would think of me, same thing. We were starting to recognize that this was starting to work.
Yeah.
So at least
despite
I was.
challenges, at least we were still growing. Our bond as twin flames was still growing. And I just wanted to add to that in the whole fact of, some people think, okay, when you get to union, it's all bliss. Again, as I've just shared, I've known people, most people actually, that are in union, have had challenges. And it's my understanding is because we are, I don't know if I want to use the word tested, but we are maybe being challenged, however you want to put it.
Pushed to grow. That's another way of calling it a test.
And to determine how is your love? Is it real twin flame unconditional love? Or is it just the romance? Because so many people on this path, or so many people that want this path that maybe aren't even twin flames, are just looking for the romance. This is not a path of romance. I mean, yes, there's romance in it. Yeah.
It's a path of extremes.
Yes. And it's all about unconditional love. That Bible quote, Corinthians, I even printed it. Corinthians 13:4-8. I don't follow the Bible or anything, so I don't
I
really
was
know
wondering
this,
what that piece of paper about. It's not like her to quote out of any scripture book.
No. But I love this quote because it's all about love is patient, love is kind, love, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered. All of those things is what we are really working towards as twin flames. And all of these challenges we had to go through were tests, however you want to put it. I don't like the word test, but I don't know what the other word is. So I'm going to just use it. But they were to help us determine, was this real love? And we were happy to say it was. Obviously, it still is, because we're still together, even after all those challenges. So just know that this path isn't just all about bliss and wonderful, and there's hard times.
There can be hard times.
There can be. I said, good morning, my wonderful love. I couldn't go the morning without telling you how very happy I am with you and us. I am so in love and feel so much love for you. Thank you for your incredible love. It permeates every cell of my being and causes me to feel complete joy that you are in my life. I was just thinking about, on my way to work, that I almost want to invent a new ceremony that's more sacred and special and binding than marriage, because that's the thought I have of you as my husband, and being married to you just doesn't feel like it's special and sacred enough to acknowledge the significant bond we share. Nonetheless, I am happy with the special love we share, and I feel so incredibly blessed to have you in my life, my heart, and my soul. I love you beyond words. And that's the end of this story. It's just...
No, it's the end of this segment.
Yes, not this story.
No,
well,
not this story.
This segment of the story. You're right.
Okay.
So, yeah, tremendous challenges we were going through. And sadly, in the next bit of the story...
It just continues on.
Worse.
It did. I don't... Yeah, it does.
It gets
a
worse.
lot more shakes.
Yeah.
But that is for next time.
Yes.
For this time, we've had some forest fire smoke. We got lots of forest fires in our part of the world right now. We had a little bit of sunshine, which blanked us out. We've had some cloud. We did not have rain. We got through this segment.
Yes, we did.
That's pretty amazing.
Yay. Just also to let you know, going back to the workshop stuff, we will have links below the video, both for Facebook and for YouTube. We know some of you are not on Facebook, some of you are not on YouTube. So we'll have links in both if you want more information about the workshop, or you can send us a message and we will give you more information. Anyway, as always, to connect with your twin, go within, because you are one. And we love you guys. We thank you for all your wonderful, sweet, kind comments. And we will be back hopefully sooner than 2 weeks like it's been this last time.
Well, and almost the time before too. We've had summer.
Yeah, it's
we've
been a
had
busy
time
summer.
off. So before this helicopter that's coming along drowns us out, have a good week, and we might be back in less than a week. You never know.
You never know. Love you guys.
Bye.